from every single passport that's sold. And we have a sharing ratio. What goes to the vendor, what goes to NIS, what goes to federal government. And this is, of course, after they've taken their own landing cost, because every single passport is paid for by them. We don't have any kobo in terms of what we pay into procuring the passport. And like the distinguished said, the minister has now made this so much better that we're actually building our own personalization center at the service headquarters. So very soon, it will be a thing of the past that we're having all these issues. The new contract in place now is much, much favorable to both the country and to NIS as well. But, I mean, let's go back to the fact that the money that we're talking about, after they've taken off their landing cost, for the landing cost for the 30 page is about 30,000 naira. And for the 64 pages is about 48 or 49,000 naira. So that has to be taken off. Then what is left, we now have a sharing formula on that. So, and also the monies collected as well is not just to the federal government. There are other vendors as well that have a role to play in the end-to-end solution of the passport, from the time you make the application to the time you enroll to the time it's produced. So it's not just one vendor that is involved. You have some other people that are also paid from this money as well. So the money that's being shared is not just within NIS, Nigeria, and but there are also other vendors, the ones that provide the softwares, the ones that do the payment. So it's a whole chain that is involved. So that's why we are not the only one benefiting from these payment as well. I don't know if that explains why, in terms of the sharing ratio.
I think the issue, what I find out from my days of interaction with public service is that agreements are always in favor of foreign companies or foreign Nigerian companies by even officials of the Ministry of Justice who vet some of this agreement. And to my recollection, no ministry can even finalize agreements without clearance from the Ministry of Justice. Yes. And they will put this clause that should there be a dispute, the arbitration should be done outside the shores of Nigeria, as if we are not a sovereign state. It's a national problem. And what we can do as Senate is to pass a law, beside appealing to President, to pass a law to criminalize any attempt that if a contract is entered into in Nigeria and there is a dispute arising from the implementation of that contract in Nigeria, it is either it goes through the Nigeria judicial process or an arbitration system that must be carried out within the Nigeria territory. Yes. Anything outside that is illegal. So if anybody go to sign an agreement that says if there is a dispute it's been settled in London, in America, or in Japan, it will be illegal to the extent of infringing the laws of the land. That, I think, as a senator, we should take off. There are many such abuses, so this is a small one. Happily, the minister has tried to make some changes. There are other things, if you hear, you will almost wish you don't know something, so that your blood pressure doesn't go up for matters that are not of your personal family interest. But Honorable Distinguished Senator, are you satisfied with the explanation?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Any other comment?